Nothing but old 45s.
Welcome to another edition of Nothing But Old 45s. I'm your host, Larry Kratka, and every show is designed to bring you the best hit records from the late 1970s through the early 1990s. And there are a lot of them. You'll be hearing rock and roll, soul, and perhaps even a few country crossover hits. You never know. I'll be playing both 45 RPM records and album tracks, and you may actually hear a few scratches on those records from time to time. I'll also be giving you a little information about the songs and artists, plus a little music trivia every so often. So, let's get going. Let's get to work. Well, I should have on a top hat, maybe get a walking cane. That's what this song is all about. Thought I would kick off the show with a song that was a classic before it became a hit. Here's Taco.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Come, let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in their midst. Putting on the Ritz. Have you seen the well-to-do up and down Park Avenue on that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air? High hats and arrow collars, white spats and lots of dollars, spending every dime for a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Come, let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in their midst. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Move. I want you to move. Gotta dance. Gotta
thought it would be kind of neat to start off this edition of Nothing But Old 45s with a couple of classic songs that became hits all over again. That's a remake of a classic Elvis Presley song, Can't Help Falling in Love. Only this time, it had a reggae beat, and it was performed by UB40. The new version of the song became a number one hit for UB40 back in 1993. When Elvis recorded it in 1961, it landed at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. I open the set with another classic song that originally became popular way back in 1930 when it was written by Irving Berlin, Putting on the Ritz. The version you heard was done by Taco in 1983, and it hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The song first appeared in the 1930 musical film Putting on the Ritz, a slang expression of the time, meaning to dress very fashionably.
Nothing but old 45s.
Make me wanna hang my head hear the melody. The story is there for the taking. Driving over Canaan, singing to the soul. There's people out there turning music into gold.
That's Jon Stewart and his 1979 number 8 hit, Gold, G-O-L-D. It was one of 3 top 40 hits the San Diego singer-songwriter had between 1979 and 1980. Now, Jon Stewart is also known for his contributions to the American folk movement of the 1960s when he was a member of the Kingston Trio. And as a songwriter, he wrote the Monkees' number 1 hit, Daydream Believer. Sadly, Jon Stewart passed away in 2008 at the age of 68. I opened a set with Madonna and something she had a number 1 hit with back in 1986, Open Your Heart. Madonna was hot on the charts for sure back then, and she was racking up top 40 hits at about 3 or 4 a year. Now, from the time she hit the record charts in 1983 through about 1990, Madonna was the queen of dance records on radio and on the dance floors. She remained hot on the record charts right through 2003.
WTBR.
Join us up on Facebook. Just search for Nothing But Old 45s.
Bellies in the back, sweet singers in the front, cruising down the freeway in the hot, hot sun. Suddenly red blue lights flash us from behind. Loud voice booming, please step out onto the line. Ballet bridge words of comfort, Cena just hides her eyes. Policeman taps the shades, is that a Chevy 69? How bizarre, how bizarre, how bizarre. Destination unknown as we're pulling for some gas. Officially placed a poster reveals a smile from the pack. Elephants and acrobats, lion, snakes, monkey. Billy speaks righteous, Sister Cena says funky. How bizarre, how bizarre, how bizarre.
Ooh baby, it's making me crazy. It's making me crazy. Every time I look around, every time I look around,
Every time I look around,
every time I look around, it's in my face.
Ringmaster steps up, says the elephants left town. People jump and jive and the clowns are stuck around. TV news and cameras, there's choppers in the sky. Marines, police, reporters ask where, for and why. Belly yells, we're out of here. Cena says right on. Making moves and starting grooves before they knew we were gone. Jumped into the Chevy, headed for big lights. Wanna know the rest? Hey, by the rights. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's making me crazy. It's making me crazy. Every time I look around. Every time I look around.
Every time I look around.
Every time I look around. It's in my face. It's in my face. It's making me crazy. Every time I look around. Every time I look around.
Every time I look around.
Every time I look around. It's in my face. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's making me crazy. It's making me crazy. Every time I look around. Every time I look around. Every time I look around. It's in my face.
Stray cat sitting on the fence. Ain't got enough dough to pay the rent. I'm flat broke, but I don't care. I strut right by with my tail in the air. Stray cat strut, I'm a lady's cat. I'm a feeling Casanova. Hey, man, that's that. Get a shoe thrown at me from a mean old man. Get my dinner from a garbage can. Yeah, don't cross my path. And I got cat style.
class and I got cat style.
Oh, what a bunch of cool cats on that record. The Stray Cat Strut. From the Stray Cats, the retro-sounding song hit number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1983 and totally sounded different than anything else on the radio at the time. The Stray Cats were a rockabilly band from Long Island, New York, featuring the lead vocals of Brian Setzer. The Stray Cats based their music on the rockabilly sound created by Sun Records in Memphis, Tennessee back in the 50s. I opened the set with another odd group, OMC from New Zealand, and their one and only hit record in the United States, How Bizarre. The song landed at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1997. What does OMC stand for? Well, it stands for Otara Millionaires Club, a tongue-in-cheek reference to a very poor suburb of Auckland, New Zealand. How Bizarre was a top 10 hit in 14 countries and number 1 in 4 of those countries. OMC broke up in 2010. Well, I've played some strange but interesting records so far on this show. So, let's go up to the break with one more. That's Falco and his number 1 1986 hit, Rock Me Amadeus. You just heard the short version of the song. Actually, Falco released 12-inch singles where the song was extended to almost 9 minutes. The song is about classical composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Falco was an Austrian singer and songwriter, and Rock Me Amadeus was his only hit record in the United States. Sadly, Falco died in a car crash in 1998 at the age of 40. Well, I'm up against the break. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. On the other side of the break, more interesting tunes on this edition of Nothing But Old 45. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Nothing But Old 45's Laugh Track.
My name's Friday. I'm a cop. I was working the day watch out of robbery when I got a call from the Acme School Bell Company. There'd been a robbery.
There's been a robbery.
Yes, sir? What was it?
My clappers.
Your clappers.
Yeah, you know those things inside a bell that makes them clang?
The clangers.
That's right, we call them clappers in the business.
A clapper caper.
What's that?
Nothing, sir. Now, can I have the facts? What kind of clappers were stolen on this caper?
They were copper clappers.
And where were they kept?
In the closet.
Uh-huh. You have any ideas who might have taken the copper clappers from the closet?
Well, just one. I fired a man. He swore he'd get even.
What was his name?
Claude Cooper.
You think he...
That's right. I think Claude Cooper copped my copper clappers. Kept in the closet.
You know where this Claude Cooper is from?
Yeah. Cleveland.
That figures. That figures.
What makes it worse, they were clean.
Clean copper clappers.
That's right.
Why do you think Cleveland's Claude Cooper would cop your clean copper clappers kept in your closet?
Only one reason.
What's that?
He's a kleptomaniac.
Who first discovered the copper clappers were copped?
My cleaning woman. Clara Clifford.
That figures. Now let me see if I got the facts straight here. Cleaning woman Clara Clifford discovered your clean copper clappers kept in a closet were copped by Claude Cooper, the kleptomaniac from Cleveland. Now, is that about it?
One other thing.
What's that?
If I ever catch kleptomaniac Claude Cooper from Cleveland who copped my clean copper clappers from kept in the closet,
Yes?
I'll clobber him.
WTBR.
Nothing but old 45s.
Welcome to the second half of this edition of Nothing But Old 45s. I caught an old comedy movie on TV the other day from Weird Al Yankovic. Remember the movie UHF? Well, this song was in it. How about some Dire Straits?
I should've learned
mama, she got it sticking in the cameraman. And we could have some. And he's up there. What's that? Hawaiian noises. He's banging on the bongos like a chimpanzee. Oh, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing. Get your chicks for free. We got to install a microwave oven, custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. Listen here, now, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. What's that? For nothing and your chicks for free. Look at that, look at that.
Close my eyes, only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity, dust in the wind. All they are is dust in the wind. Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground, though we refuse to see. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind.
That was Kansas. And their number 6 hit from 1978, Dust in the Wind. It was the third hit single for Kansas, but it wouldn't be their last. Oh, and Kansas was really from Kansas. According to Joel Whitburn's Billboard Book of Top 40 Hits, The band formed in Topeka, Kansas in the early 1970s and went on to become one of the most popular bands from the 70s. Up in the set with Dire Straits and their number one hit from 1985, Money for Nothing. It was one of 4 top 40 hits the British group would have in the United States between 1979 and 1986. The song was made into a video for MTV when it launched its European service in 1987, 6 years after MTV was launched in the United States. Money for Nothing was even featured as a parody in the Weird Al Yankovic 1989 comedy, UHF.
Nothing but 45.
Nothing to be wrong with part-time lover. If she's with me, I'll blink the lights to let you know tonight's the night for me and you, my part-time lover. We are undercover fashion on the run, chasing love up against the sun. We are strangers finding lovers by night, knowing it's so wrong, but feeling so right. If I'm with friends and we should meet, just pass me by, don't even speak. I know the word is sweet when part-time lovers. But if there's some emergency, have a male friend to ask for me, so then she won't be to you, my part-time lover. We are undercover fashion on the run, chasing love up against the sun. We are strangers finding lovers by night, knowing it's so wrong, but feeling so right. We are undercover fashion on the run, yeah, chasing love up against the sun. We are strangers finding lovers by night, knowing it's so wrong, feeling so right. I got something that I must tell. Last night someone rang our doorbell and it was not you, my part-time lover. And then a man called our exchange, but didn't want to leave his name. I guess you can play the game of part-time lovers. You and me, part-time lovers. But she and he, part-time lovers.
Nothing like a good cup of hot chocolate, and in this case, it was Hot Chocolate's 1978 hit Everyone's a Winner, which hit number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It was also the last top 40 chart hit for the British group. Now, it sounds like they're a Motown group, right? But they're from Manchester, England. I open the set with someone who doesn't need an introduction, but I'll give him one anyway. I open the set with Stevie Wonder and his number 1 hit from 1985, Part-Time Lover. Not only was it number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart that year, but it also landed at number 1 on the Billboard R&B chart and Billboard's Adult Contemporary chart as well.
Nothing but old 45s.
WTBR.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. We don't need no education. We don't need no full control.
Everybody wants to rule the world. Well, not me. That was Tears for Fears and their first hit in the United States in 1985, and a number one hit at that. What a way to break into the music scene in the U.S. The British duo actually had 7 top 40 hits in the U.S., including 2 number one songs. Tears for Fears was originally classified as a new wave group in the early 80s, but eventually got regrouped with mainstream rock. I opened the set with a classic hit record if there ever was one, Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. It landed at a solid number one on the Billboard Hot 100 chart for 4 weeks in 1980 and catapulted the album it came from, also titled The Wall, to a million-selling album. Well, I've got time for one more record on turntable number 2, so let's do some loving, touching, and squeezing on Nothing But Old 45.
You make me weak and wanna die just when you said we try loving, touching, squeezing each other. When I'm alone, all by myself, your eyes with someone else, loving, touching, squeezing each other. You're tearing me apart every day. You're tearing me apart. Oh, what can I say? You're tearing me apart. It won't be long, yeah, till you're alone with your lover. Oh, he hasn't come home, 'cause he's loving who he's touching. He's squeezing another. He's tearing you apart. Oh, every day. He's tearing you apart. Oh, girl, what can you say? 'Cause he's loving, touching another. Now it's your turn, girl, to cry. Na 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 na
No mistaking the vocal talents of Steve Perry and Journey. That's their first hit from 1979, Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin', hitting number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It was also a big hit in New Zealand and Canada. The song blasted Journey onto U.S. radio stations, and eventually they wound up with 18 top 40 hits. Well, this has been a fun show. We heard from Kansas, Dire Straits, Falco, and Journey as we're finishing up the show. I'm Larry Kratka, your host for Nothing But Old 45s. Would you please give us a like on Facebook? Love to hear from you. Take care. Till next time on Nothing But Old 45s.
Nothing But Old 45's classic rock hits.
Welcome to Nothing But Old 45s, featuring classic rock hits you'll be sure to remember. I'm Larry Kratka, and I'll be playing some rock songs you would probably hear on underground FM stations back in the late 60s, throughout the 70s, and even the 1980s. Now, many of the songs you'll hear were pretty big hits for some well-known groups, but you'll also be hearing a lot of rock songs that were not big hits at all. So turn up the volume, because here comes the next edition of Nothing But Old 45's Classic Rock Hits.
Taking you back to 1975.
Tonight's the night we'll make history. As sure as dogs can fly. And I'll take any risk to tie back the hands of time and stay with you here tonight. Take your seats and don't be late. We need your spirits high to turn on these theater lights and brighten the darkest skies. Here at the Paradise.
you doing tonight? Well, have you heard that the world's gone crazy? Young Americans, listen when I say there's people putting us down. I know they're saying that we've gone lazy. To tell you the truth, we've all seen better days. Don't need no fast book, lame duck profits for fun. Quick drink plans, take the money and run. We need long term, slow burn, getting it done. And some straight talking, hard working son of a gun. So what you doing tonight? I got faith in that generation. Let's stick together and futurize our attitude. I ain't looking to fight, but I know with determination we can challenge the schemers who cheat all the rules. Come on and take pride, be wise and spotting the fools. Big shots, crackpots, bending the rules. A fair shot here for me and for you, knowing that we can lose and we'll be rocking in paradise, rocking the paradise tonight, rocking in paradise, rocking the paradise Come on and take pride, be wise and spotting the fools. Big shots, crackpots, bending the rules. A fair shot here for me and for you, knowing that we can't lose, then we'll be rocking in paradise, rocking the paradise. You know we're rocking in paradise. Come on, rocking tonight. Everybody gonna rock in
Welcome to another exciting edition of Nothing But Old 45s Classic Rock Hits. Yep, classic rock is a term to describe rock hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and even up. And you can turn up the volume if you want. That was Styx with a track off their Paradise Theater album from 1981. The song was called Rockin' the Paradise, and it was the lead track on what is known as a concept album, where all the songs follow a similar theme. Rockin' the Paradise was not a top 40 hit, but it made it to number 8 on the Billboard Rock Chart. I opened the set with Bad Company and something they did back in 1975 called Movin' On. Bad Company was first heard on our radios a year earlier in 1974, and they would rack up several hit singles and albums. In fact, it's estimated that Bad Company sold over 14 million albums in that time.
Here's another blast from the past on Nothing But Old 45's Classic Rock Hits.
Every time I think about it, I wanna cry. With bombs and the devil, and the kids keep coming. No way to breathe easy, no time to be young. But I tell myself that I'ma do it alright. There's nothing left to do tonight. Let's go crazy on you.
like a long time to come. How could I be so blind, baby, not to see you are the one? I let you slip on from me, honey. I let you walk on by. I refuse the love you had for me. I refuse the love and let it die. I must have got lost. I must have got lost. I must have got lost somewhere down the line. I must have got lost. I must have got lost. Give away the days you're mine. Love can be a sweet thing. I just don't understand. I made a game of loving you, and now I hold the losing hand. So I must have got lost. I must have got lost. I must have got lost somewhere down the line. I must have got lost. I must have got lost. Give away the days that you were mine. I just can't understand it. I just can't understand it. I just don't understand it. And I must have got lost. I must have got lost. I must have got lost somewhere down the line. I must have got lost. I must have got lost to give away the days you were mine. I must have got lost. I must have got lost. I must have got lost somewhere down the line. I must have got lost. I must have got lost. Give away the days you were mine. Oh, yeah.
Now, there's a couple of classic rock hits you may remember. That's the Jake Giles Band and their 1974 hit, Must Have Got Lost. It was one of 10 chart hits that the Boston rock band had between 1972 and 1982, and they sold a lot of albums as well. I opened the set with Heart and their first top 40 hit called Crazy on You from 1976. The band got together in Seattle, Washington around 1973 with sisters Ann and Nancy Wilson giving the group their amazing vocal talents. Hart was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2013. This is a classic rock show, right? Yeah, well, many music historians consider this song to be a classic rocker.
Well, I built me her raft and she's ready for flow. Oh, Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel bumping. Black water keep rolling on fast just the same.
Oh, black water, keep on rolling.
Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me?
Oh, black water, keep on rolling.
Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me?
Oh, black water, keep on rolling.
Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Yeah, keep on shining your light. Gonna make everything great. Mama gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at all. Well, if it rains, I don't care. Don't make no difference to me. Just take that streetcar, let's go in uptown.
Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Keep on shining your light, gonna make everything gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at all.
Take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
By the hand, take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
By the hand, take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
Come on, baby, take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
By the hand, take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty
You really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know where I'm going. Yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. Oh, you really got me. Oh, you really got me. Please don't ever let me be. I only wanna be by your side. Please don't ever let me be. I only wanna be by your side. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. Got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. Oh no, no. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know where I'm going. Yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. Got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. Oh, you really got me. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, man. That Van Halen track blisters the walls, huh? That was a blistering remake of the Kinks' You Really Got Me from 1978. And it was also the first top 40 hit Van Halen would have, but it certainly wouldn't be their last. The song only made it to number 36 on the record survey, but it introduced Van Halen to a rock-hungry audience. I opened the set with the Doobie Brothers and their 1975 number one hit, Black Water. Now, I mean, you could almost feel the warm summer breeze hitting your face as you listen to the wind chimes with acoustic guitar and fiddle during the first few seconds of that song. The Doobie Brothers blasted onto our radios in 1972 and had 18 top 40 hits right up until 1989. I've got a comedy break coming up after these two songs. Let's start it off with Kansas.
When he
Now, if you're a true fan of classic rock, I'll bet you welcomed hearing that song again. Man on the Silver Mountain was from a British rock band by the name of Rainbow, sometimes known as Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. Man on the Silver Mountain was from Rainbow's very first album, recorded back in 1975, and the only country the song was a hit in was Australia. But the song has been played over the years on classic rock FM radio stations. Well, like this one. I opened the set with a more well-known rock band called Kansas and a song about Albert Einstein. Portrait He Knew was included on the 1977 Point of No Return album, and while it wasn't a hit record as records go, it got a lot of positive acclaim from music critics, especially for the strong, frenzied rock ending the song has. Some music critics actually say it's one of the top songs that Kansas ever did. Well, I need a cup of coffee. Yeah, good, strong, dark coffee. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to play a comedy break by a comedian by the name of Craig Warren. And he'll talk about proper grammar. You know how to talk? Very funny stuff. I'm Larry Kratka, and I'll be right back.
Nothing but old 45's laugh track.
I don't like needles. I hate them. And to make matters worse, the blood sticker guy, that guy, he started using poor grammar. He goes, "This ain't gonna hurt." I was like, "Oh, no, we're not doing that, all right? We're not. You can't use, poor grammar and do medical stuff to somebody. Because if he says this ain't gonna hurt, I'm thinking, well, he ain't not know the difference between a vein and an artery, all right? He ain't have remembered to wash the disease blood out of that syringe before he stuck it inside of me. We're not doing this, okay? We're not doing this. And it's not his fault. The guy was probably good at school in science and bad at English, but I don't care, man. It's a confidence thing. If you want your kid to be a doctor, you make sure they do well in science and English. And if for some reason your kid cannot do well in English, teach them a foreign accent, all right? Because we all know if the doctor's like, me not know the, how you say, all that guy's a genius. You do whatever you got to do, doc. I went to college with you foreign guys. You were always in the library when I was drunk. You do what you got to do, man. Here's the thing, it's just medicine. I'm not a snob. If you want to fix my car, I don't care if you use poor grammar. Matter of fact, I'd prefer you did. If the mechanic's like, that there transmission ain't never ever gonna work again, I'm like, well, I guess I need a new transmission. Obviously, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's butchering the English language. He's probably at the top of his field. I better not wait no more longer for this, no more. No, not. I walked by a construction site the other day. I heard 37 swear words in under a minute. I was like, that is going to be a sturdy building. You ever walk by a construction site and hear somebody say, darn it, or shoot? That thing's coming down.
And now it's time for
the dancing fool, Bullwinkle.
Again?
Yeah.
Here's one to rock your butt off on classic rock hits.
Well, so far, I've been playing a lot of rock tracks from the 1970s. So now, let's move into the 1980s, starting with a band called the Hooters.
Give me what you can tonight. Time is all we have to play. Tell me you can't live without me. Tell
boy. When it comes to classic rock, that song oozes classic rock. That's AC/DC and something off their 1980 Back in Black album called Hell's Bells. It was the first song on the album and is noteworthy for the tolling of a 2,000-pound bronze bell at the beginning of the song. I opened the set with the Hooters and their number 18 rock hit from 1986, Day by Day. The Hooters from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, were one of the first rock bands featured on the new MTV Music Channel, which made its debut in 1981. And by the way, the band Hooters was not associated in any way with the chain of restaurants of the same name.
Here's another classic rock hit from Nothing But Old 45s.
Show you love that you want in
Now, there's a couple of groups you don't hear on Top 40 Radio, but on this station you will. That's a real rare song from a band called White Lion. You just heard a song called Wait from 1988 when it made it to the Billboard Hot 100 record chart at number 8 for the Danish-American rock band. White Lion was mainly active in the late 1980s and early 1990s, but disbanded in 1992. The band reunited in the late 1990s and again around 2004, but for some reason they never regained their former success. I opened the set with a British heavy metal band, Judas Priest, and something they did back in 1980, Living After Midnight. The song was on their British Steel album, which sold very, very well in the United States, the UK, Sweden, and Canada. Living After Midnight is one of the band's most popular songs.
Classic rock hits.
Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town. See, me and the boys, we don't like it, so we're getting up and going down. High and low, looking right to left. If you see us coming, I think it's best you move away. Do you hear what I say from under my breath? Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak. Don't you be around. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. Some of us won't survive. See, the boys and me mean business, busting out dead or alive. I can hear the hound dogs on my trail. All hell breaks loose, alarm and sirens wail. Like the game, if you lose, go to jail. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak, so won't you be around? Tonight there's gonna be trouble. I'm gonna find myself here. Tonight there's gonna be trouble, so stay with a friend. You know it's safe. Break out! Try and stop us. No one could for long. Searchlight on my trail. Tonight's the night. All systems fail. Hey, you, good-looking female. Come here. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak. So don't you be around. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. I'm gonna find myself here. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. So won't you stay?
That's Thin Lizzy and something they did back in 1975 called Jailbreak. Jailbreak was from the album of the same name. Now, while Jailbreak wasn't a big hit for the Irish rock band, it and other songs they did, such as Whiskey in the Jar, The Boys Are Back in Town, and others, are played very often on classic rock radio stations, just like this one. How about that, huh? Well, that does it for this edition of Classic Rock Hits. However, there will be more in the next show, and I think you're going to like it. I'm Larry Kratka. Take care, everybody.